Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And now let me tell y'all something. So y'all know I'm a Miss Atlanta. And I was up here minding my business. I was not going to make no videos because, I mean, girl, you know how I get when I'm out of town. But I woke up earlier. I looked out my window, and I saw it was a Jason's Deli right up the street. So I said, let me go to Jason's Deli, just give me a quick sandwich and some soup because I needed to put something on my stomach before I started drinking. And while I'm waiting for the shower to, heat up a little bit, girl, I just get online just to see what's popping. And, girl, they say Miss, let me stop calling that man Miss. They say Mr. Jamal Bryant has responded to Miss Monique Samuels. Sunday night at the reunion, Monique brought her binder and let it be known that Jamal was creeping with somebody else, and that the relationship that he and Gizelle were supposedly in was fraudulent. So Jamal, felt the need to respond. Now listen, I'm really not mad at Jamal responding. I know some people were like, oh, he's a pastor. I mean, girl, quiet as it's kept, these pastors are not made like they used to be made. Like, from Jamal to Eddie to John. Girl, I heard Mary. Was that Mary from Salt Lake City, Real Housewives? She called her congregation some broke-ass bitches, pretty much. Okay, she didn't call them broke-ass bitches, but she should have just went on and said it because that's what she meant. She got upset because I guess the girls didn't get her no Christmas gift or some shit like that. These pastors ain't made how they used to be made. So am I surprised that Jamal responded? A little bit, because I just didn't think he would. But am I mad that he responded? No. Because at the end of the day, like, Monique brought him into it. Now, this is the thing that we have to be honest about. This done got ugly, y'all. This done got real ugly. Girl, like, baby, these teeth look white. Damn. But anyways, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. So Jamal said, let me get my binder. Right then and there, I knew that this is about to be some mess. He says, tonight is not a confession. Tonight is not an apology. Tonight is not something. I said, tonight is the night you make me a woman. Yes. He said he's not an advocate for reality shows and that he didn't support Gizelle being on the show. But he came around. Now he regrets participating in the show and that he will never participate in Real Housewives of Potomac again. I said, I don't know what Gizelle gonna do. I think Gizelle gonna be all right because Gizelle is like the producer's dreams. She keeps up the mess, she stirs the mess, and then she walks off like she don't know what happened. I think hopefully with Monique embarrassing the shit out of her, she learned her lesson, and hopefully when next season come, she let somebody else be the messy girl, She could leave that to Ashley. If Ashley had that baby before they start, I don't know. Quiet as it's kept, the two that kept up the mess was really Gizelle and Ashley. Only reason why Ashley, y'all killed, good, this ain't got nothing to do with Ashley. He says that his children are daddy's girls. Girl, who? I know you ain't talking about, girl, what Erica called them? Erica called them love, faith, and grace. What did she call them? Love, faith, and hope. Girl, she called them children something. Girl, but their names, their names are, what's those girls' name? Grace, Adore, and Angel. Now, Jamal, I don't know if you watched this season or if you just filmed this season. Because a lot of people film and don't watch. Like like Daddy from Real Housewives of, not Real Housewives, Married to Medicine. Sorry, I've been drinking, girl. I got a little sip in this cup. Daddy from Married to Medicine, from what Dr. Heavenly says, he don't even watch the show. So I don't know if he watched what we watched, but from what we saw, Jamal Bryant, them children, they don't look like they here for you. Do they call you because they need something? Probably so. But will we say they're daddy's girls? I wouldn't say they're daddy's girls. I would say that they're girls, and you they daddy, and because they need you for certain things, whether it's money or money. But girl, from what we saw on TV, girl, them girls are not here for you. They're not here for you in the relationship or whatever you had going on with Gizelle. They're not here for you because of how you treated their mother. Even when your name comes up in conversation, they start to squirm in their seats. He talks about Gizelle's father. He said he would never disrespect Gizelle's father. He grew up in a time where, you know, you never disrespect your elders. Well, baby girl, I didn't grow up in that time. So that's something for the older. That's something for the older folk. I didn't grow up in that time. But anyways, we know you're not supposed to disrespect your elders, but you know it's always a but to some shit. He says you can bring the receipts, but I have the cash register. I said, oh shit. I said, all right. He said you can't have a mistress if you're single. See, what I'm not about to do is play this game of semantics like we do with Karen. That bitch might not have been your mistress, right? But she damn sure could have been somebody who you was fucking, right? She damn sure could have been somebody who you were actually in a real relationship with. So we're not gonna play this game of was she the mistress, was she did, was she that? Was you fucking that bitch? That's the question. Were you in a relationship with that woman while you were talking about you were in a relationship with Gizelle? See, you're not answering that. And see, this is when he started, like, really and truly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this was just a whole bunch of nothing, quiet as it's kept. I mean, you know, he did start releasing a little bit of tea towards the end, but for the most part, it was nothing. He was trying to discredit those text messages that the young lady who he dated sent out by talking about how she wanted a job. She wanted to visit him. He told her no. She wanted to visit him again. He told her no. She wanted him. I think she was trying to come out with a magazine. There were so many. He was giving things that happened between him and the young lady. But for me, that has nothing to do with what Monique was saying. Like, I think he was trying to discredit her or trying to make her seem as like she was the scorned, bitter woman who now all of a sudden wants to come forward with this information, but she's leaving out the rest. The truth of the matter is you never said that what she said was a lie, though. Girl, was she lying? Was she lying? Because the other stuff really don't have nothing to do with what she said. Like, okay, yes, she could be scorned. She could be bitter. She could be pissed off. And that's why she sent out these text messages. But are those text messages a lie? Like, all that shit can't exist at the same time, right? You can be bitter. You can be scorned. You can be trying to get your get back because this nigga did you wrong or he didn't treat you how you wanted him to treat you. But that don't mean that the shit that she's saying was a lie, though. Were those text messages manipulated? Okay. From what I remember him saying something about, I guess the girl was trying to get on the show. I don't know. I think she sent the text messages out to everybody, but Monique was the only one, I guess, that used them. He brought up Gigi. Did Gigi die? Because he said that Monique's best friend died. Was that Gigi? I hope ain't nobody died. I mean, somebody died. He said it. Monique assassinated his character. That's when I put this is getting ugly. Let's be honest, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. Monique? Was it Monique or Karen? The only thing I remember was Monique going on a walk with Kendall, which was Sherman's ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. Sherman was Gizelle's current boyfriend. Remember, Gizelle's children loved Sherman. Monique went on a walk with Kendall on the show, and Monique let it be known that Sherman had got caught into some mess with another woman or a prostitute or something like that. And I think that was, I don't care what nobody say, I think that was the nail in the coffin for Sherman in this whole show. Because I think he was cool with being on the show for Gizelle. Like, I think a lot of these men only do this just for, like, look, my wife, my woman asked me to do it, I'm going to do it just to support her. So I think that Sherman did it to support Gizelle, but I don't think that he knew that was going to start bringing on the ex-wife and start telling his business. I think that's what got it started. And y'all can say, y'all like, it ain't got nothing to do with being team nobody. Gizelle, from what I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, Monique came for Gizelle's relationship first. And then that's when this whole mess started with Gigi's ex-friend, with Monique's ex-friend, Gigi trying to, I guess, get on the show and get in contact with the producers and then started this lie about the baby not being Chris's, her baby not being Chris's. And then Sharice started going around, I guess, pushing this lie forward that she had an affair with her personal trainer. And then I guess once Gizelle heard all the mess that was going on, she said, well, let me go ahead and say that the baby ain't Chris's. I think we have to realize how this started. And again, I think this started because of Monique getting in between Sherman and Gizelle. Now, Monique didn't start it, but she clearly damn sure finished it. Monique started it and she finished it. That's what I meant to say. Monique started it and she finished it. Hello? But I don't think it would be honest to say that she didn't have a hand in the demise of Gizelle and Sherman's relationship. She did. Like, you bringing ex-wives on and shit. And, like, come on, y'all. And, I just think now it's getting ugly. Is Chris going upside Monique's head? Because that's what Pastor basically was trying to say. I don't know. Do I think that Chris probably has an anger issue? I could see it. I remember when Monique did that live. Like, this is the thing. I think that sometimes we get so caught up in if you like somebody or if you don't like somebody that you pretty much throw away all logic. Like, Chris said out of his own mouth, if I was Bruce Jenner, I will stump a mud hole in Gizelle, something like that. So the simple fact that you have this big football player man up there talking about he will stump a mud hole in another woman. Yes, Gizelle was about to try to start a lie that the baby wasn't his, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that he still said that he will stump a mud hole in Gizelle, which kind of goes along with Jamal is trying to say that Chris has an anger problem. Because as much shit has been said about other men, they're not getting on live talking about they're gonna step a mud hole in a woman. Like, Barack not gonna get on live because you said something about him, or about his wife, or about his kids and say, "Bitch, I'll step a mud hole in you." Right? So it doesn't help Chris when we see these things, and then Jamal saying that Chris lost control at the reunion. I guess we'll have to see that if they show it on Sunday. It's not going to help his case when Jamal says that he has an anger problem. Does he have CTE? Girl. Whew. He said the failures of his past made Monique's accusations true. This is the thing. When you have a past like Jamal Bryant, when we know the shit that Jamal Bryant has allegedly done and fathered all of these kids, cheated on cheated on Gizelle before the marriage, cheated on Gizelle during the marriage. Now you got Gizelle's father coming out talking about you got eight or nine baby mamas. Like, it's sad to say that when you see all of those things lined up in a row, and then you have somebody else. And this is the thing, like the stuff that Monique was saying was not no new tea. Like, girl, everything that Monique said at the reunion was things that almost every YouTuber has reported on. Like, it wasn't no new tea. Like, the only tea that Monique really spilled was the fact, like, his number. Like, okay, now we know, like, girl, this is number, these text messages coming from him. And again, like I said, he never once said that these text messages were manipulated or anything like that. He didn't deny it. He just added some extra stuff in to make the woman seem bitter. Look, this is getting real deep, y'all. Like, girl, like, this is a thing. Like, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Y'all always talk about y'all want fun shade, fun shade, fun shade. But when the girls giving fun shade, the girls can't take it. When you got Candace walking around here, yes, I'm about to say it. When you got Candace standing across the table, dancing, girl, I'm asleep. And girl, then the girls get mad and yank up a bitch. You don't like that. Now it's getting too deep. Y'all talking about CTE and people passing away and text messages, and now people trying to destroy people's family. Y'all don't like that. So tell me, what do y'all like? Because a bitch can't dance and giggle and laugh across the table without getting snatched up. And then now everybody else is bringing up families and babies not being, girl, like, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. At the end of the day, Jamal ain't said shit to me. Girl, that's what it come down to. Jamal said a whole bunch of nothing. He said he live in Atlanta, but he from Baltimore. I don't care. Girl, y'all really be trying to scare people by talking about I'm from Detroit. I'm from motherfucking New Orleans. Girl, don't nobody give a fuck. Girl, this is what y'all need to realize. Y'all know, first of all, girl, they sell guns everywhere. Hello? They make crazy people everywhere. Girl, it's crazy people in New Orleans, Houston, Dallas, Baltimore, Atlanta, DC, DMV area, New York, Los Angeles. Girl, it's guns. It's guns everywhere. It's knives everywhere, girl. It's cars where you can run a bitch over with everywhere. Like, girl, it's crazy people everywhere. Anyway, child, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This is a mess. Girl, I don't know, what these girls gonna do, because it is getting a little too deep. But like I said, girl, I don't know what the girls want, because when the girls sing and dance and stand across the table, they get yanked up. I think we have to be honest that all of this started at the hands of Monique. I don't give a damn what y'all said. Monique came for that girl relationship first. She did. She came for her relationship with Sherman first by bringing the ex-wife on, walking and talking with the ex-wife, talking about Sherman's business. That had nothing to do with nothing. Girl, that's how I look at it. And Gizelle got pissed off. Would you be pissed off if a bitch came between you and your man? Be honest. Would you be upset if you were a part of a show and somebody introduced the ex-wife of your current boyfriend and started talking about his old business? Would you be upset? What would you do? Bye, y'all.